Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle Hanley. Everybody calls me Gotham. But for those of you that don't know, and this will kind of tie in, both my parents worked for law enforcement. My father passed away still employed with Lamar County Sheriff's Department 2 years ago. My mother retired from Bibb County. She did, however, get her start at the Lamar County Sheriff's Department. She was the first female officer ever in that county. What I want to do with my channel is cold cases and cosmetics, because y'all love some makeup. And I'm going to be going over cold cases. I'm trying to get the information out there, and I'm hoping this platform I can get all of you to share and get the info out there. Maybe we can help find the killers on some of these. So the one that I'm going to start with today is actually from my hometown. It is a case that my mother worked. It happened back in 1984, and it is the brutal murder of Donna Marie Ogletree Johnson. I will say one thing, this is mature content. If you're easily triggered, or if it's something you don't please, you might just want to stop watching now, because it's kind of gruesome. I'm not going to get, totally gory, but I am going to let you know what happened. There's probably going to be some strong language. There's going to be adult content. So, viewer discretion, yeah, it's advised. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you, okay? All right, so I'm just going to hop right into it. Donna Johnson was a very, very well-liked person. She was only 28 years old, y'all, when this happened to her. She didn't even get to live her life, and it's really sad. She was born December 27th, 1955. She was married to a fellow named Jimmy Johnson. They lived in an area near the Rock. It was, I want to say, July 16th, 1984. She went to go take the trash to the dump. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all right now. Back in those days, and I don't think I've seen one of these in probably 25 years or more, they used to have these dumpsters out on these old country roads. People would go put the trash in the car, drive to the dumpster. It'd be off the side of the road in a little cul-de-sac thing. You dump your trash. Okay. Donna had gotten her car. It was said at first that she had got in her car around 2 p.m. with her two little dogs, and she was on the way to the dump. She goes to the dump, and she doesn't come home. Back in those days, you would go and you would take your trash to the dump, and if you had to go like to the grocery store, or I don't know, go pay the power bill or whatever, and you didn't let somebody know, nobody really thought anything of it, because we didn't have cell phones back then. Being from a little country town, I mean, shit, we went to bed with doors unlocked back in them days. You know what I'm saying? It just, shit like this just did not happen. A few hours, she was finally missed. Yeah, she was finally missed. They were like, why hasn't she got back? Well, people started going out, kind of trying to find her. And from what I read, her nephew Mike, who lived near her, had went to the dumpster to try to find her, and found her car empty, still backed up to the dumpster with her dogs inside. Well, of course, Lamar County Sheriff's Department was called, and Renee Hood, who was my mother, was the first one to respond. She knew Donna. It was a small town. Everybody knows everybody. She knew Donna, and she knew this was not Donna's MO, okay? Donna was not one to just go up and missing. Well, of course, this leads to a search party. So, they got all these people out there. They're trying to locate her, and they're trying to find her. Donna, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a little backstory on her. Donna was a sweet girl. Everybody that I have ever talked to about Donna has said nothing but nice things about her. She worked, I hope I'm remembering this right and I'm not butchering it. She worked for Right Rack, which was part of Rite Aid. She had something to do with the setting up of things. Good little job. Herself, she kind of had her shit together. Well, y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, while the search party was going on, get this, it starts pouring rain. And I'm not talking about a little sprinkle. I'm talking about the goddamn bottom falls out. And about 8:52 approximately that night, they find Donna's body. According to what I've read, they found her body approximately half mile away. Now it has said she was found on an abandoned logging road. No, I found out that's not true. She was found about a half mile away on a road that they were starting to build an old concrete bridge there. Um, they find her out there. She is hogtied. Her jeans are cut and torn. They are pulled down around her thighs. From what investigators could tell, that because she was menstruating, I guess the perpetrators decided not to physically, and I guess I'm saying like with their body, sexually assault her. So they used a metal rod, um, raped with a metal rod, ran over multiple times with a vehicle. And she was still alive. She was still alive during all this. She was a fighter. Fighter were 3 blows to her head with, it was either a roofing hatchet or some similar type of tool. Of course, word gets out that this has happened to Donna. People are calling in. They're trying to tips that were sent in. There was somebody saw a male in a maroon little sedan type car, like possibly an Oldsmobile 88, a Buick Electra, some little Cadillac-y type something. Somebody called a male driving a silver 4-wheel drive large pickup truck. But too, you got to think they were having a cattle sale off 74, which was close by. Those were going to be coming in and out of that area anyway. Well, there was a call, guys, that I was sitting there, like when I read this, I it just amazes me how people do when someone has been murdered. It's like a call that came in that there was some fella that was going around saying that he's the one that killed Donna Johnson, and he killed Donna Johnson, and that he had cut off her right nipple and put it in a pickle jar. Thank God, guys, because I had to dig and go down the rabbit hole and find out. The coroner's report said her body, albeit what happened to it, was still fully intact. Thank God. But I just don't get, why do people do that? Why do they say this sick shit? Like, what is it? You think it makes you look cool? No. And no, it does not. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It doesn't. Oh, I'm gonna just go into possible leads that were given, things that were said, um, roads that they went down. Based in Upson County, it was called the Valley, or it's an area called the Valley. It's off Bishop Road, and there was a dope house over there called the Mansion. That it was had so much kilos and kilos and kilos of marijuana, and if I'm quoting this correctly, enough speed slash methamphetamines to furnish 20 counties. Now that's a lot. So allegedly said that maybe it was on the Pike County line, or that part was in Pike County. Not sure. This is just what I've read. Y'all don't come for me if you know different. But they said that the Pike County Sheriff at the time was being paid off by the Mansion, and that's how come nobody got in trouble. Like vehicles and stuff that were being, reported on, called in. There were 2 that were seen at the Mansion quite frequently. It was a green truck, not sure what the make and model was, and a green station wagon, ditto, not sure what the make and model was. 2 Caucasian males. I have pictures. I'm going to put them up. I'm not even sure if these are the right guys. Everything was so, guys were serious, 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 serious dopers. They were shooting up. They were IV meth users. One of the residents there said that they had so many track marks up and down their arms that their arms were knots. That's just disgusting. But they also were roofers. Do you remember Roof and Hatchet? Yeah. Their roofs too had also told authorities that they always had these roofing hatchets of theirs on their, I guess maybe on their belt. I don't know how you wear them, but they were like proud of them. Like, I don't know if they were proud to be roofers, proud to have their roofing hatchet on them. Not sure. To me, I mean, it's like, you know, Donna's murdered with a roofing hatchet, and these two cracked out motherfuckers, excuse my French, are, you know, not far away, you know, same county area, doing work high as hell, and, you know, bragging about their roofing hatchets. From what I read, that these particular fellas, I think that these two fellas, one of them had a trailer off of Piedmont Road, and for one, and I know that that area is like, I think it's a blueberry farm now. You know, the area that this shit happened in is the area I grew up. Yeah, not like even 5 or 6 miles area. Yeah, kind of freaky. They fellas, they had one of them was, if I'm recalling correctly, was married. His wife was at work. She came home that day, guys. She came home that day, and every bit of the carpet in her trailer had been removed. Do you hear me? Removed. Flipped my zig wheel, honey. It flipped my zig wheel, honey. She comes home, all the carpet in her trailer's tore out. And the bullshit excuse she got was, oh, we killed a deer today and cleaned it in the house. Now, guys, I'm just gonna put this out there, okay? I am, you know, I mean, shit, I got on camo right now. I'm a Southern girl. I'm a Southern girl. I come from a place where they do a hell of a bunch of hunting and fishing. If you don't hunt deer in July. And if you're dumb enough to and don't get caught by the many game wardens that are running around everywhere, and you bring it home, you're not gonna put the sumbitch in your house and clean it. That right there to me was like red flag, guilty, guilty, guilty. Yeah, I know I'm being judgmental. It's just like, huh? What the fuck? Really? There was a alleged black male that used to come and hang out with these two meth heads. Well, I'm just making assumptions. I'm just putting info out there. There was also a black male that used to go to the mansion. He was dating a white female resident out there. He went out there to get high. He was also an officer, a law enforcement officer. I'm not sure it's Pike. And I thought that was kind of strange. I'm like, you know, you two come guys and y'all talk and you've been around each other, and I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. And your wife comes home. She has no carpet in her house whatsoever. She gets this lame ass story that that they had killed a deer and cleaned it in the house, and they had to tear out all the carpet because, you know, they killed a deer and cleaned it in the house. Can shitting me? Really? Seriously? This doesn't even make any goddamn sense. You kill a deer and they figured out she wasn't killed where she was put. She was taken away and she was killed somewhere else, brought back, and placed where she was found. Like, she wasn't like, that's what happened to her. And that's what I don't get, you know? And I'm asking questions. I even wrote the sheriff in Lamar County. Still waiting on you to reply, Brad. But, and yeah, 3 fucking days after this murder happens, the wife of the man who killed the deer in his trailer, she disappears. Said she, I don't know if they ever found her to question her, but it was said she went to, I want to say Missouri or Minnesota. They couldn't find her. And then one of the guys disappears and goes to Alabama. Now, whether they're located and whether they're questioned is beyond me. Not sure. Because, I mean, it's like, point the finger to. Well, anyway, I tried to solve this. One time, Sheriff Joe Bice actually had her body exhumed to try to get DNA in, let's see, 25 years or so, and her body was so decomposed they couldn't get anything. But I will say this. The state actually had the rope she was tied up with on file. And, hey, there might be DNA in the ropes, but, DNA, getting DNA testing done costs hella money. And when you're a little town like Barnesville, it's just not, you just can't shit $17,000 like it's nothing. Initially started, her husband and the community had set up an account at First National Bank. I don't know, like right at $20,000. And hey, y'all need to go to United Bank, or not United Bank, First National Bank, and First National Bank. Well, get this: United Bank had took over when First National Bank folded, and the account was missing. The money was gone, and Sheriff, I think it was Brad White, actually had an investigation done to try to find this money. I got like a little unblended. It was in an unclaimed account, like unclaimed funds account with the state of Georgia had took it. Well, you know what? Guess what? What was that? Anyway, the state of Georgia had overtaken it, and they were only able to get back $9,000 out of 20. That's like, where's the other 11 grand? And the last thing I read was, I want to say it was March 2020. They said that they're investigating, they're looking into it. So I don't know if it's been found. I will say one thing that I did. Obviously, something was found on her, some kind of DNA, something, because let's just say a little birdie told me that they were sitting there thinking that it was multiple people, that one of them was a black male. Couldn't find out. No, it wasn't. No. Sorry about that, guys. I had to stop filming for a while. Sounding like chipmunks were gnawing on the ceiling and banging on the outside. And I think they were outside doing some work on the house. I live in an old Victorian downtown Macon. It's 4 apartments. Anyway, I just said, screw it, the light was fucked up. I had to wait a minute. So I just went ahead and finished my makeup and, kind of put a curling iron through my hair right quick. But, the money going missing, DNA testing needed to be done. It was going to be 17 grand, got back 9,000, blah. Y'all know, okay. Well, look. My wife sits up in the bed the other night and she goes, oh my God, Michelle, guess what? There was a serial killer, a black male, that rampaged through Georgia from the 70s to the early 2000s. He was in prison. He killed over 90 women. And he drew pictures of every woman he killed. Okay? Well, anyway, I'm going to show you. This is the guy. This is the composite that was drawn of a man that they saw around the area at that time, and age progression. And then, of course, that is the guy, and that's what he looked like when he passed away. Really sketchy, huh? Yeah, I mean, it really is sus. Look, I texting mom, hey, guess what? Look what I found. Maybe this is a break in the case. Maybe they didn't put this 2 and 2 together. Hopes were shattered. Yeah. Mom said that no, that wasn't him. That already checked that, and that it was found to be a Caucasian male. Yeah. Turned to shit. They get sent over here when they need to be sent over there. It's just been one thing after another. And, who really, really took this case to heart because she knew the woman, that she busted her ass on this case. And it was like I said, nothing was found. Nothing. All this crazy shit, the maroon sedan, the silver 4-door pickup truck, there was the cattle sale going on. It kind of makes you think hog-tied cattle sale. You know, I mean, I grew up around, it kind of sends you everywhere. The mansion with the drugs, the roofers that went over there. She was killed with what's to believe a roofing hatchet. It's just been one thing after another. And because it rained so bad that night, all that away. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if they ever, I'm not sure. So, you know, y'all, if y'all know anything, leave it in the comments and I will definitely do a follow up because this right here, this one case has haunted my community, the home where I grew up, and my family because they knew her. Um, and I believe a case that really, really had everybody, and still to this day has everybody stumped. Nobody can understand what happened to Donna. What happened that day at the dumpster? Where did they take her? How many people was it? Because I remember, you know, people saying that they thought it was more than one person. They've even arrested people, you know, as suspects and had to let them go because they didn't have enough evidence. It's just, it's appalling. But yeah, if y'all have any information about this case, if you have any tips, if you have any, Lamar County Sheriff's Department, and the number is 770-358-5159. I believe Shannon Williamson is still working the case. If not, just, you know, let them know what's going on and they'll send you the right person to talk to, okay? And see, it's just been all day. You know, it's like, I'm not kidding y'all. This case has taken me 4 times shooting to try to get it, and I can't do it again. This is just going to have to be it. I was in here, perfect shoot. I swear, and we're going to pull it up on, we have like home security cameras inside and out and living room, and my camera got slapped like that. My camera's still, you have to physically touch it to make it move. And the only reason I didn't notice it in live time is because I was reaching around over here for makeup, which is why I have it all in front of me today. So I wouldn't have to do that. But yeah, and then when I went to go edit it, I was probably 80% done editing it. And my SD card ejects itself and erases everything on it. I lost everything. So, I mean, it's just been one thing after another. First day it was the lighting, second day it was noise, third day it was this crap, and then today it's just been everything. And I'm just gonna have to work around it. So I am going to try everything in my power to get your story out there and maybe we can bring your killer to justice. I hope you like my makeup. If you like what you see, I'm gonna link everything down that I used. And yeah, you know, have a beautiful week. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Help me get this story spread. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will holler at you later. Deuces.